Well, hello. What a delightful surprise. You're probably like, her again? Lady Lisa, your high priestess from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. But guess what? I'm trying to catch up. Had a very long week. Last week, going into this week, my father passed suddenly at 64 years of age. I was the one who had to make the decision to pull the plug. He was my only parent. He was my best friend. And yeah, that was very hard. Even though I'm a medium and I speak to him often and I smell him and he shows me things that go on in the other realm. And he helps me understand more clearly. So now when I read, things will be more clearly for me when I read the readers. And I explain to them how it works once we shed our skin in this world and we just move to another realm. It'll be more easy for me to clarify it because he has shown me so many things. As you can see, I got many candles burning. I have them over there as well, if you can see them or not. I'm not really good with angling the camera. Some are, dancing and getting high. There's no air in this room. Some are very low and dim. They were all basically lit around the same time last night on the full moon. And they'll change. They'll get high and they'll be dancing like crazy. Some already popped off after I lit them and they started going into two flames and turning purple and flying up to the wall and popping and all types of beautiful things that lets me know the magic was granted and working properly. But I figured I just would come on real quick and let you know about a few things when it comes to the world in general, outside of magic, especially newbies. You have to be very careful, especially in the magic world. See, keeping your circle tight, that has been around forever, that saying. And there's a reason for that saying, because it's absolutely 100% true, especially in the magic world. It seems to me, being a solitary witch and only have come out about 8 months ago and started a couple groups on Facebook. I got my own page running. I got one particular group that is especially successful, but actually I'm starting it from the bottom and working my way back up to the top in honor of my father, because we had a couple jealous people in there, envious people in there who were removed from group for their rude, malicious behavior. And let me shut this magic lamp off because it's really hot in here. I'm like in a bikini. Oh, can't do that. I'm like in my bikini because I'm in my coven and it's hot as heck in this room. So anyway, when you go on a social media, especially when you're a newbie, you want to be accepted. Witches are intriguing. Gifted people are intriguing. I follow witches. I'm a high priestess. I run my own coven. I'm intrigued by witches. I'm intrigued by gifted people. I go and get myself read. I only allow 2 witches to read me. And that's because they've been doing it for years and I trust them. And every time I go in, they never fail me with anything that I need to know. Their prices are a little pricey. I don't get any discount because I've been going forever. But it's nothing like $800 an hour, like somebody on TV charges. That just like hacks your information, like some of the people on social media. Let me tell you a story real quick, because the name of my book is either going to be Confessions of a Witch, or Confessions by a Real Witch, or Confessions of a Real Witch. I'm not sure yet, but it's either one of those. So there was this witch on social media called the Digital Psychic. What I call her, the Digital Psycho. And she was quite intriguing. Oh yeah, she did live spells every day. Never did tarot cards. Said she hated them. Well, in so many words, she hated them. Never, ever, ever pulled a tarot card. Did a free money spell every day. Then we find out that it, excuse me, my braces are hurting today. That it backfired. Her spells would have you backfire. You would actually lose money. But she was still quite intriguing. And then my psychic abilities just popped up one day, and my spidey senses went up, and I said, there's something just not right with this woman. She's just always too happy. And then she's got her husband in the background, commenting on her live, acting like he's other people, and like it just didn't feel right to me. So she was on there acting like she was speaking to loved ones who've passed over. And she told the people who were watching that curses are fake. And I said, you're a witch? And you do free money spells every day? But curses and hexes are fake? And I said, you worship God? And you're a witch? See, it's one thing to believe in God when you're a witch, but to worship God, I'm not saying that there isn't witches out here that don't do that. And I don't judge. I do not judge. I do not sit high enough to judge. But I have never come across a real witch who worship God. I worship Mother Universe. And I walk with my deities. So I said, I'm going to test her. So, I have a mother. Well, I don't call her a mother because she was never a mother. She was just somebody who gave birth to me. My father was my mother and my father. And I told her, she was like, this person's here or whatever. And I was like, oh, it's my mom, it's my mom, it's my mom. Oh my gosh, she finally came through. I couldn't believe she was so patient while you were doing all this other stuff and waited because she's so pushy and blah, 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 blah. And she continued to go on and on about how lovely my mother is, and she used to wear this apron when she cooked in the kitchen, and she used to dance, and what she looked like. And I'm like, okay, well, first of all, my mother's alive and kicking. Second of all, my mother did not cook. I did all the cooking. And an apron? And to go on and on and on and on. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And then I have felt so bad because I brought one of my, what I thought was a friend at the time, to start watching her. And she actually paid for a reading through private messenger. When it should have been 15 minutes long, it was 10 minutes long. And she showed me the whole reading. And the digital psycho gave her no information besides that she was getting ready to have a celebration, which we all knew that because it says her birth date on her Facebook. So then one day, somebody inboxes me and shows me screenshots that her husband had my face as his profile and had all this slanderous stuff on his profile about me. So obviously, he hacked my Facebook. So we know that he hacks you and he gets your information and then he gives it to her, and then she tells you things that she already knows because he hacked you, and you think she's really talking to your past loved ones. So we called Facebook, because yes, you can call Facebook. You might not think you can, but yes, you can. And we talked to somebody direct, and they hunted his IME down, tracked the device that he hacked me on, and we found out that he hacked me, and he was forced to remove my picture and all the slanderous stuff immediately at that moment. Whatever else happened to him after that, I don't know, nor do I care. So my point is, being a newbie, being a beautiful soul, whether you're gifted master spellcaster, witch, psychic medium, whatever it is that you are. You're obviously here watching the video for a reason. Be very careful in the magic world as you are in the outside world. Keep your circle extremely tight. Use your gifts. Use your discernment. Okay? Because in the magic world, it seems like women are more catty and jealous and envious than they are in normal life. From what I experienced coming out of being a solitary witch. Do you know how many times I want to get off Facebook, shut my group down, and just leave? Because of the jealous and the cattiness and the envy. Instead of just accepting that you're gifted in your way and I'm gifted in my way. And allowing me to help you grow, being that you're so much younger than me and I'm where I'm at, so that when you get to where I'm at, you could be doing what I'm doing. You went against me. Who does that? Like, who does that? And she's probably watching this video right now, the digital psycho and the one that got removed out of group for her horrible behavior. And the things that she said and the things that she did on her live videos when she was reading in my group and so forth. So when you go on the social media, please, I'm begging you, be careful what groups you join. I know you want to be accepted. I know you want to learn. I know you want to be loved, because people out here think we're mean, we're evil. But you know what? We're not the dying breed anymore. You know what the dying breed is? The people that don't believe. They're the dying, that didn't believe. They're the dying breed. Not us as witches and gifted people. We're growing. There's more groups on social media that have to do with psychic readings and magic and witchcraft than there is any type of group on social media. So the people that didn't believe, they're the dying breed, not us. So be very careful when you choose what type of group you're going to be in. Because number one, they're not all good. And I'm not talking about black magic and good magic, because there's witches out here like myself who do both. Black, good, white, bad, however you want to call it. But I'm a very good person with a very good group. All my readers are real. You're not going to read in my group if you're not gifted. And I know you're gifted by just reading your picture. And once I figure out you're fake or something happens and I must have not been in tune at that moment, you're removed immediately. There's no fakeness in my group. We're not just a group that reads and helps people in just reading because we're gifted. We support one another. We uplift one another. And, you know, we're there to help everybody. We're a different type of group than everybody else. Just because we're gifted, we help. So be careful, because I've had some people in my group that were in other groups, and the other witches in that group got jealous of them just because of the way they looked, because of the information they offered, and they got hexed. So no, I'm not scaring you. I'm not trying to scare you. There's nothing to be scared about. I'm just saying be very cautious when you're joining groups. Look through the group once you join it before you put anything like thank you for the ad. Look through the group. See what people are saying in the group. See what people are doing in the group. See if people are leaving reviews. Check the admins and the mods out. You know, do some research like you would do if you wanted braces on your teeth, or you wanted some cosmetic surgery or something like that, or your whatever it is, like you needed an operation, you want a good doctor to do your operation. Research the group. If it doesn't feel comfortable, get out of it. It's that simple. You don't have to be in 1,000 groups to be liked. I don't care who likes me. I prefer that only a few like me. And the few that do like me, I love them to bits. They're the best thing that ever happened to me, and they don't even live nearly close to me, besides some of my family. I'm not in one other group on social media. I'm too busy readings, party readings, private readings, my book, my upcoming radio interview, my YouTube, my group, my regular Facebook, my family, my own problems. I don't have time to be in another group, nor do I care what anybody else has to say in another group. Because no, I'm not being cocky, and no, I'm not being egotistic. I'm confident, and there's nothing nobody else in this world, well, let me not say that, because I'm always the student before I'm the teacher. But I have never come across a group on social media that could teach me something that I already did not know. And then every time I went in to offer my assistance, when somebody would have a question, I would get inboxed, oh, you can't do that. That's against the rules. You agreed to not do that. And my reply would be, then remove me, please. Thank you. Bless me. See ya. Poof. Be gone. You think I'm going to beg to be in your group? Who does that? Who begs to be in a group after you're booted out, removed, blocked, whatever the case may be? Unless it's accidental. Who does that? It couldn't be me. You couldn't pay me enough to beg you to get back in your group. You just couldn't. But be very careful, because people like to just hex because they got the power. People like to hex because they hate themselves. People like to hex, curse, jinx, cross because they hate themselves. They hate the world. They're miserable. So just be very careful. Use your abilities. Use your discernment. If you're not comfortable with the group, get out. Okay? Just because it says free readings does not mean it's free. It doesn't mean that it's going to be an accurate reading. It doesn't mean that it's going to be a reading that you would like. See? Appearances. There's many hexes out here. Somebody asked me the other day, can a witch take your powers away? I'm a witch. I'm a high priestess. I hex people. But only why use my hat powers to hex somebody if they truly and deeply hurt me or someone I love. Whatever I write on my hex is what's going to happen to you. If I want you to grow fatter every day and grow a rat tail and grow moles all over your face like the digital psychic or psycho, which I didn't do it. I had somebody else do it, so it couldn't come back to me. She'll never know who did it. It was one of my sister covered. My coven sisters that did it. But you can go check her out and check her face out. There's many warts all over her face. I'm not the only witch that hexed her. My coven sisters hexed her, but there was other witches that hexed her too for her fraud and scamming. But you can go check her out if you want to and look at her face and look at her before and afters. I got shots of that too. But, again, I hate that word. Why do I always use that word? But be very cautious, because whatever a witch puts on your hex is what's going to happen to you. There's appearance hexes, money hexes, children hexes, loss of everything hex. There's die you hexes. There's, oh my gosh, listen, if you can name it and write it, you're getting hexed it. If a witch wants to hex you. If she wants to take your powers away from you, she's going to do that. If she wants you to break up, even a warlock, they're going to do that. If they want your lover to cheat on you, they're going to do it. Whatever they want on that hex is what's going to happen. And I promise you this, 9 times out of 10, I'll say 10 times out of 10. If a witch is going to go to an extreme to hex you, they're never going to take it off. And I can guarantee you this. Smart witches will have another witch that they work with in their coven hex you. so that you don't know where it came from and it can't be sent back. So don't be an idiot. Don't mess with a witch. Even if you don't believe she's a witch, why even take that chance? Just be cautious. It's just better to be safe than sorry. They could just think you're prettier than them. They could think you got prettier eyes or prettier hair, or just you're more gifted. And poof, you wake up the next day or 3 days later and your husband wants to leave you, or you looked in his phone and he's on a dating chat line, or I don't know, all kinds of things could go haywire. See, and here's another myth I'm debunking in my book before I go. People say once you light the flick, sorry, getting tongue-tied, my braces hurt, been up all night casting, my father's service was the other day, I'm tired. People say if you do candle magic, and you light the flame, that the magic can't happen pronto. Bullshit. Bullshit. I seen it happen. I seen it happen. As soon as I lit the flame, the magic began. And then I seen it take months and weeks before the magic began. It's all up to Mother Universe once you send it out into the universe when it begins. But if you ever hear somebody tell you that magic can't start pronto, false. I said it. False. No disrespect, but false. And I'm thirsty. I gotta go get something to drink. So with love and light and beautiful blessings of every kind, again, from Lady Lisa, your high priestess, out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, I shall see all you beautiful people again. And until I do, please subscribe, hit the bell button so you get alerts when I come on. I will be going live to do Q&A, and I got some surprises for people once I hit enough viewers, which would be 333. That's the viewers. And then I will go live. And if you want to comment below about anything that you may want answers to pertaining to this video, prior videos, or something you would like me to teach on an upcoming video, please do so. I can always link you my information as well. I do every type of spell imaginable. I make every type of thing you can imagine. Oils, herbs, oh gosh, powders, puppets, spell kits. I unhex, I hex. I do every spell in the world. Just message me below, but if it's negative, you're getting blocked, you're getting reported, and you might go on a candle. So just be careful. Love and light. Peace out. Bye.